So Will lied and said his father was waiting for him at the Paris train station, and managed to get into Eric's car. The kind-hearted Eric didn't think twice. Along the way, he reminded Will to keep his things safe, but the moment he stepped out of the car, Will forgot Eric's advice completely. Having never traveled far from home, Will had no idea how dangerous people could be, and even less about the rule of keeping your money hidden. Starving, he bought some food, but before he could take a single bite, two thugs snatched it, along with his wallet. Will ran after them with everything he had, until they reached a river, where the thugs stopped. Will begged them to at least give back the wallet after taking the money, because it held the only photo of his father, but clearly he had overestimated their decency. They sneered at him, then tossed the wallet into the river. Watching the wallet drift away with the current, Will was filled with despair. At that moment, he was like a stray dog with no home. Will sat alone on a bench by the street, lost and helpless. Then a man approached him. Will instinctively clutched his bag. He had learned to be cautious, but the man meant no harm. He was a friend of Eric's. He had seen Will riding with Eric earlier, and assumed they were related. After hearing what had happened, he took Will to Eric's place. Seeing the boy back again, Eric was confused, but he let him stay anyway, and prepared a hearty turkey dinner for him. At the table, Will admitted he was going to Istanbul to watch the Champions League final, and told him about his miserable experience in Paris. It moved Eric and the landlord to pity. To encourage Will to move on from his pain, the two of them struck up a conversation about football. When they talked about Liverpool, Will's eyes lit up again. Then the landlord pulled out a photo of a footballer, and Will recognized Zidane instantly.
Zidane scored twice for France in the World Cup final against Brazil.
Their shared passion brought the three of them closer. In every football fan's eyes, football is not just a sport, it's a way of life and a pillar of the soul. The next morning, Will pulled out his Champions League final tickets, and invited Eric to go with him. Only then did Eric realize that Will's father was not in Paris, but no matter how much he pressed, Will just stared down in silence.
I asked you a last time, where is your father?
He died. I ran away from school because they weren't going to let me go.
Will's tears touched the softest part of Eric's heart. He pulled Will into his arms to comfort him, but when Eric went to verify the tickets, he discovered that Will's father had bought fakes. When Will saw that, he thought Eric was trying to sell the tickets. He snatched them back and yelled at Eric, then prepared to flee. Worried about Will's safety, Eric immediately ran after him, but just as he turned the corner, a huge truck came barreling toward them.